Hello everybody, how are you guys? We're here in West Virginia enjoying the sun setting, the beautiful trees, the hills, and I wanted to share with you 3 more amazing facts, fun facts that I learned about the state. Now of course I'm not an expert. I learned these from a guy that was in the gas station. He was filling up his truck next to my vehicle, and we got to talking, and he seemed like he knew what he was talking about. He said he grew up around here, and he said that fun fact number 1, he said they still allow moonshiners to run moonshine. They're legally allowed to try to outrun the police, but they have to use a muscle car, an official muscle car from the 1960s, not a modern muscle car that looks like one of the originals. It has to be an original muscle car that the moonshine runner has modified and tuned, and if they've done that, they are legally allowed to try to outrun the cops. And if they do outrun the police, then they can legally sell their moonshine. It's an unbelievable progressive stance by the state of West Virginia. And the guy explained to me that what they're trying to do is instill some of the romance and lore of the state of West Virginia back into the hills and hollers. Because they feel like with the spread of commercial restaurants, chain hotels, everything's a chain, everything looks the same as it does in Des Moines, Iowa. They think they're losing the original West Virginia. So, man, a big, bold step by the state, and I applaud them. The number 2 fun fact is along those lines, they're trying to get a new slogan for the state. And so some of the ones that they've considered, 3 of the ones they've considered but rejected, one of them was West Virginia, clean air, clean underwear. The second one was West Virginia, gateway to Ohio. That was one of them. That was rejected. And the other one, the third one that they've considered was West Virginia, gas prices are low. So they didn't feel like those had enough of a West Virginia flavor. So if you have any ideas, I'd forward them to the state capitol and see if you get any bites. And finally, the third fun fact is, in order to promote tourism, I guess these all kind of a theme, I guess. The state is, in order to promote really education is a better way to put it. Education throughout the state, they're trying to encourage hillbillies from the backcountry. And that's a word I say with love, and that's what they call themselves, hillbillies from the backcountry. They're trying to get them to come into the big city to go to college. And the problem a lot of the people from the backcountry have is they've been walking on the hills back there so long, in the same ridges all their life, walking from the house to the outhouse and back, that one leg is an inch longer than the other. And the state has allocated funds to provide free shoes where one shoe is 1 inch taller than the other. Therefore, it levels them out when they go to the big city. And so this way they're not self-conscious, and they can focus on their education, and in turn the state is able to fill jobs that need higher education. And guys, that is another example of the way West Virginia is really tackling issues with creativity and frankly some kindness, because I used to date a girl from back here in the hollers, Emma Jean. I was at school in Athens, and she came up there, paying out-of-state rates and everything, but she just wanted to get that education. She wanted to get into nursing because her brother rolled his Camaro one time running moonshine, and she wasn't able to save him. She was in the passenger seat pulling on a mason jar full of moonshine. So anyway, I dated her for all of sophomore year, and sure enough, like one leg was about an inch longer than the other from walking along those ridges up there. So guys, those are 3 fun facts that were relayed to me. I had no idea. There's some dude at the gas station over there. As we filled the tanks, he was telling me all about the history of the area. And he seemed credible because he had on a farmer type hat, a John Deere style hat, and it said, "You can't pry West Virginia. The only way you're going to get West Virginia is if you pry it from my cold dead hand." I was like, "Whoa, this guy loves his state, and that's what every state needs." Guys, come back for more. I'll share information as I get it from locals and anybody else. If you know information, shoot us a note on YouTube or on the Twitter machine or whatever you got, and we'll look it over.